Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video, and one that will hopefully be a lot shorter than the one I uploaded yesterday, because this is a video that Harman Smith, or Cody if you go by his pen name on Amazon, uploaded that really pisses me off, as it shows that Cody doesn't understand a single thing about copyright law. If you've watched some of his videos about his upcoming novel Jaw of the Dragon, or read any of his community posts when he mentions it, he claims that it was inspired by No More Heroes, but it is instead sounding like a blatant ripoff of No More Heroes' story. I am not making that up. It literally rips off of No More Heroes if we go by the blurb Cody put up on his thing or whatever, but I digress. Cody recently learned about the Point Crow situation and decided to upload a video where he basically says that everything Point Crow did was illegal, when in actual fact, what Point Crow did falls pretty squarely within Nintendo's guidelines for YouTube's videos, unlike the videos on my gameplay channel. So let's get Cody's terrible video out of the way.
So a while back, YouTuber Point Crow released a video complaining about Nintendo copyright striking his channel. He said it was unfair. He said he had every right to upload that content. He said he did nothing wrong. He said he had lawyers involved. He said he was going to, sue Nintendo or something.
Okay, so it turns out that Point Crow deleted his video statement about Nintendo copyright striking his channel, which is probably a good thing because, as I understand it, a troll was going around and flagging videos that showed Nintendo footage in general, not just modded gameplay videos, vanilla playthrough videos that fall squarely under Nintendo's guidelines, Cody. Now, on Twitter, the guy said he took the week before Tears of the Kingdom released to flag and copyright strike every single person using Nintendo content before the game released. That's even worse, as not only was this Nintendrone butthole abusing copyright, he was also committing copyright fraud, and that, I would think, would be even worse than anything else Nintendo has ever done, copyright striking wise. Now, that of course was only towards the lockpick tool on GitHub, and the developers of lockpick managed to get proof of the guy saying he was doing it, which you can see on both of my YouTube channels as well as their Twitter account. So I do think it's safe to say that it was the same person doing all of this. Man, out of all the fanboys between the big three, I would have to say that the Nintendrones are the most unhinged. Seriously, tell me I'm wrong.
Bunch of hot air, obviously. This guy was making money off of mods.
No, he wasn't. He was only making money off of videos where he played modded Breath of the Wild footage, and this may shock you to hear, Cody, but under US law, game mods and ROM hacks are 100% legal. They may not be in Japan, well, I know they aren't in Japan, but as Point Crow lives in the USA, then what he did is legal in his country, and if Nintendo wanted this to go further as in a court case, then they would have to sue him under US law. But again, this was all done by a Nintendrone, kinda like you, so...
This guy was, demonstrating Breath of the Wild mods on stream and things of that nature. He was scum, right?
So by playing a modded version of Breath of the Wild, that makes him scum, huh? Cody, you really need to look in a mirror if you want to see scum. Seriously, my guy, you need to put that Nintendo Switch down for a little while and get outside and touch some grass and get some fresh air.
Was illicitly using Nintendo software in order to promote his brand and make his awful YouTube channel relevant.
You mean kinda like your channel, right? I mean, you only have 875 subscribers, somehow, as I make this video. Point Crow has 1.73 million. Sounds like you're jealous and projecting to me.
Without the mods, without these features that aren't in the actual game, he has no content.
1.73 million subscribers to your 875. Also, at least he's trying to do something creative with his videos, and by showcasing mods, others have stated that he helped get them into games that they otherwise never would have gotten into. Compare that with your crappy channel, with its pitiful, pathetic 875 subscribers, where all you do is bitch and gripe about how everyone's out to get Nintendo, how none of these other game companies can compete with Nintendo at all, how all these other games are below mid and forgotten about, and how Nintendo is God's gift to Earth, where you also have people telling you in your comments section of each of your videos and your community posts just how wrong you are about how much you cope, seethe, and mold over games that aren't made by Nintendo and aren't coming to the Switch. You make up these weird conspiracy theories, and the list just goes on for how terrible your channel is. So tell me again, Cody, who has the irrelevant channel, the bad one, and who's as good again?
And so, like Nintendo, in order to protect their brand, needed to take out his channel, right? And of course, like, you know, unfortunately, he's still making content.
Nintendo didn't strike down his channel, you brain-dead baboon. Now, while I have no definitive proof of this, I'm pretty sure it was that Nintendo who claims that he hit the GitHub page for Lockpick on Twitter, who was running around copyright-claiming videos on YouTube, and when Point Crow challenged it, which he was right to do, did the Nintendo file copyright strikes. Here's the thing, though. Why did he only give him 2 copyright strikes? One was for 1 Breath of the Wild video, whereas the second copyright strike was for 3 videos bundled into the second strike. Again, what Point Crow did falls squarely within Nintendo's guidelines for content on YouTube, and while I wouldn't push it past Nintendo to pull something like this, only giving someone 2 copyright strikes instead of 3 does seem a little out of character on Nintendo's part. Also, the only thing that's unfortunate is that you are still on YouTube, Cody. You are a racist, you are a sexist, you are homophobic, you are transphobic. You left up a porn search result in one of your videos. I mean, with you, Cody, the list literally does not end.
He's still on YouTube, but I have to wonder just how long is it going to be until this guy and people like him are just taken out from YouTube.
Probably not for as long as YouTube exists, Cody. As stupid as the head honchos who run Nintendo are, both in Redmond and Kyoto, even their stupidity has its limits. While legally speaking, they may be right to do it, the problem isn't one of legality, it's one of business, and Nintendo sees now, across all of its branches, that Let's Plays and other types of gameplay videos are basically free advertising on YouTube. Why would you not want free advertising? Also, how much longer will your channel last, Cody, before YouTube learns of your intolerance? Do you really think Nintendo wants someone like you speaking on their behalf?
These guys are just causing problems for everyone all the time. They're just... They just keep causing problems.
Such as? Needless to say, he's not going to give us an answer. He can't. And what infuriates me more than anything is that shit-eating grin he has on his face. I freaking hate that look.
Right, they keep making things up. They keep taking things out of context. They keep...
Oh, the projection is real here, folks. Like, oh my god, this guy projects so hard. Cody, my guy, you really need to look in a mirror because some self-reflection would do you some good.
Finding some justification. They keep finding some reason to be upset. They keep finding some reason to be bad at Nintendo. And
because Nintendo is behind everyone, especially when it comes to making content on YouTube, Cody. Although, to be fair, they have gotten better about it in recent years. But again, everything Point Crow did falls squarely within Nintendo's guidelines, which also contradict another set of Nintendo's guidelines where it states that, like, you aren't allowed to stream Breath of the Wild, but he wasn't live streaming it either, I think. Don't quote me on that. I don't actually remember what Nintendo's community guidelines for the games are. I just presume that they'll take it down eventually. But that hasn't stopped me from uploading gameplay videos to my gaming channel.
I think that people should no longer entertain it. I don't think people should take it all that seriously. I think people should be making fun of Point Crow, not Nintendo. I believe that Nintendo did nothing wrong.
Of freaking course you think Nintendo did nothing wrong. And to be fair, in his defense, for once, and get your scorecards ready for this one, folks, for something that very rarely happens, but I'm actually going to meet Cody halfway on this one, because Nintendo probably wasn't the one who struck Point Crow's videos. It was that Nintendo fanboy on Twitter who claims that he was doing it and the Lockpick team found out about it and screen capped it, which one of my subscribers showed to me. Having said all of that, it could very well have been Nintendo who did it, but then that doesn't make any sense either, at least not from a business standpoint. Anyway, that's all for this video, folks. Stay safe out there, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.